In 1994, The Shawshank Redemption gave everybody hope that watched it. So, it's time to visit Shawshank State Penitentiary as we look into this movie. So, let's get into it. Hi, my name is Scott, and I talk movies. Today, we're talking about a movie which, by many sources, says is the best movie of all time. And I personally agree because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm, of course, talking about The Shawshank Redemption, which was released in 1994. The Shawshank Redemption tells the story of Andy Dufresne, a banker in Maine who is wrongfully accused of killing his wife and her lover, and has received 2 life sentences and been sent to Shawshank State Penitentiary. We watch Andy's 19 years in prison as we see him develop a library, help the corrupt warden with money laundering, and of course make friends with his fellow inmates, most notably a veteran inmate named Red, played by Morgan Freeman. The Shawshank Redemption is based off a short novel called Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, which is written by legendary author Stephen King, who wrote this short book in 1982 as he was tired of writing horror stories. The Shawshank Redemption was filmed in an abandoned prison in Mansfield, Ohio, which is interesting because this prison where it was filmed had just shut down before production started. Something interesting about this movie is that before Tim Robbins signed on to play Andy Dufresne, Tom Hanks was offered to play the role, but he declined as he was already starring in Forrest Gump. This movie was directed by Frank Darabont, who 5 years later would direct another Stephen King movie, The Green Mile. This movie was distributed by Warner Brothers and backed up by the Rob Reiner-owned company, Castle Rock. Something well known about this movie is how it made absolutely no money in the box office. It only made $16 million worldwide on a $25 million budget, which, yeah, is really bad. But that's what happens when your movie's released the same year as other huge hits, like Pulp Fiction, Speed, and, as mentioned, Forrest Gump. But it's okay, as it quickly became a well-loved and critically acclaimed movie once it came out on home video. Getting into the positives. I think the story of this movie is put together so well, especially the last 25 to 30 minutes, as we just see things just peel so well and perfectly, and it's just so unique in this movie, and I feel like couldn't be done in any other movie. The character duo of Andy and Red, I think, is one of the best in cinema, and the performances Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman give are top tier. I also really love how this movie shows that prison could be really fun, like having fun with your fellow inmates and playing baseball and stuff like that. I just think it's a nice touch.
Fit right in. Everybody in here is innocent. Did you know that? Haywood, what you in here for?
Didn't do it. Lawyer fucked me.
And again, a lot of the characters in this movie that Stephen King put together are great, like the fellow inmates as mentioned, and even though he's a jerk, I still have a lot of fun with the Mr. Krabs Captain Hadley.
You got that, you maggot dick motherfucker?
The ending of this movie, which gives me shivers down the spine for how good it is, Red walking up to Andy on the beach as they both smile. And of course, the theme of this movie being hope and friendship perfectly matches this movie as mentioned, we see Andy's friendship with Red develop, and we also see how Andy's always has hope. No matter what happens, he believes in himself and he knows he can make it to freedom. And you also have Brooks and his pet bird Jake.
Jake says thank you.
I don't have any negatives for this movie, but I do want to say something I'd like to see more extended, if you will. I would like to see more of Andy's wife's actual killer, Elmo Blatch, as I feel like we just see him for like 2 seconds. We don't get any backstory. Like I wish we would have seen like more about him and like what if he ever got caught for the crime, stuff like that. So with that, I give The Shawshank Redemption a 10 out of 10 and a 5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. The Shawshank Redemption is a masterpiece. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing with your life? It will leave you with hope and happiness. And remember, get busy living or get busy dying. Anyways, I'm Scott. and I talk movies.